for today's cup of coffee with Scream.
You can't touch my stick.
It's
It's
still
just a
going
stick.
around. It is still going around. It's not. It's infected youngest kid at this point. Mine comes and
The
goes.
seagulls?
It's not constant.
Stop it now.
A stick is better than bacon. It's
That's
hilarious.
bad. Lip readings is.
Yeah. We provided the link on yesterday's cup of coffee, so you can go if you've. It's awesome. It truly is just awesome.
Literally, we were in the kitchen and it was like I blurted out, "It's in my head," and you're like, "What? What's in your head?" The stick.
Yeah.
The stick. My stick is better than bacon.
Yep. And of all the things, why?
Don't know. Because it's silly.
Maybe that's what it is, and it's like I would much prefer that it be like Ronnie James Dio or something like that. Rainbow in the dark.
Echo in the dark.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The stuff that you want to get stuck in your head, it never gets stuck in
Wonder
the head.
why.
Don't know.
It's interesting, and it's obviously it was feeling a vibrational and or frequency need.
It's that joy and the silliness.
Yeah. Well, that's fulfilling a vibrational and frequency need, and I think a lot of people got that need. They're deplete right now.
Yeah, there is literally a silliness and joy vibration.
Yeah. I think that people become deplete on certain things like that.
They do.
And that's why they gravitate towards different types of music.
Mm-hmm.
And because I refuse to allow myself to be trapped in some 2x2 box, I've been all over the page musically. Because why would you limit yourself to just one type of music? There's a world of music.
Mm-hmm.
And with internet now, oh my God, you've got these people that are doing just such creative, imaginative things with music. Like they'll take some kind of heavy metal something and do it in a medieval style.
Mm-hmm.
Or a Gregorian chant style.
Yeah.
I love that. The group Gregorian has been around for a very long time. I love them.
Oh, they're really good. But they're, I can't remember what channel it was, but literally it was 24 magic in the air. That song, but in like the medieval or Celtic style.
Yeah. They're making it their own, which is way cool. It's like you do you. You know, you get something and it's like, I can... Parody. I think that's the reason I have always loved parody. And one of these days, Kid and I are going to do the song How Bizarre. We're going to make it a tribute to Bob Lazar.
Yeah.
We've been working on that for years.
Bob Lazar.
God love him. He's another one that he has gone through hell.
Yeah, he really has.
And recently, and as of today, I had watched. Now I am a fan of Slapped Ham. Their channel. I have subscribed to them for a very long time, and what they do basically is show clips from different other channels and stuff, and they sort of comment on it. Mm-hmm. They scour the internet to see what supernatural and paranormal and UFO and different things like that people are showing.
Yeah.
And it's way cool. And they've got a spin-off channel that is called Slapped Ham Mysteries. Mm-hmm. And when it first started, people had problems with the whoever the voice talent was and is.
Right.
And
why was that? Was that
because
just because
they
it wasn't good, or
they like Callan?
Ah.
Because he is the one that is on Slapped Ham, and he is a hoot.
Yeah, he really is.
We got to be on the live stream one Halloween, and he was dressed as the Mona Lisa. Had the little picture frame and everything. He's very droll, brilliant human. Mm-hmm. And because he didn't do the voice of Slapped Ham Mysteries, people were kind of upset, and I was sort of like, look, the guy's not bad. He's got almost a Rod Serling-esque. You can tell that he was influenced by Rod Serling from Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
But I watched one today about Travis Walton, and I honestly started to comment. It's like, look, y'all have done this man dirty. And even before we were getting ready to record this, I went on Wikipedia just to, as far as the facts with Travis. And by shit, they have, of course, we know that Wikipedia has gone to the dogs over the past few years.
Oh, yeah. At one point, it was supposed to be like public, thing.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anybody could put the information down as long as it was accurate. But it has been overrun.
Oh, yeah. And it's just like one of the founders of Wikipedia totally basically renounced and denounced it as going, no, this was not the original intent of this. In some ways, people are doing it as a hit site.
No, that's exactly what they've done. Like, on several occasions, there has been like the Asian idols, like the K-pop idols,
right,
or the J idols. This one voice actor or singer, whoever it was, either way, someone changed their whole Wikipedia page to just die, because they did something that was just the parasocial relationships getting horrible.
Right. Humans. There are some humans that are just, I don't know. You talk about that's more than a brain worm. That's an earworm. That's a brain worm that has been activated.
Yeah.
I'm only half joking about that. Because
brain parasite.
Yeah, I think so.
You got brain worms?
I think they do. I think they got worms in their spirit.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cops alert. Mm-hmm. I should have heated that up before we started recording. But actually, Travis Walton had one of the best, as far as abduction stories. And I will tell you this, listening to Art Bell, and you can still go and hear that. They're on YouTube and stuff like that, where Art had interviewed Travis.
Mm-hmm.
Art wouldn't even use the word allegedly. And that was huge for Art Bell to say that.
Yeah.
That he knew this man had been abducted, that he had this experience.
Mm-hmm.
And for this man to go all these years being ridiculed and scorned and doubted, and there for a while there was a lull in it.
Yeah.
And now it started again. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I really was disappointed in Slaptown Mysteries in the way that they handled his story.
Yeah, they were just completely almost discrediting his whole story and saying that it was a hoax. And that's like the Wikipedia page saying that it was a hoax as well. But it's been proven not to be.
When we sat and we watched the interview that Joe Rogan did with him,
mm-hmm.
and anybody that ever had any doubt, go and find that interview that he did with Joe Rogan. That man has some fucking PTSD. If people have never been around somebody that has PTSD, that's on them. Because there's plenty of people that's got it.
Yeah.
But there are specific characteristics that somebody looks for when somebody is retelling a traumatic event.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You can just, it's a whole body language thing.
It is.
That dude.
You can't fake that.
No, that dude's got trauma.
And so I was really disappointed. Totally, completely. And at some point I will go on X and I'll be like, hey, Kellen, dude, what the hell happened with this?
Right. I think this is the first time that this has like happened with Slaptown Mysteries, right? Or have they been like...
No, I haven't. Most of the time they will cover stories like unsolved mysteries, especially murder mysteries or something like that. I think they had discussed maybe the backwoods monster and stuff. Simple things that are interesting things. Usually they take a very neutral tone with these things.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't with Travis Walton. And it's like,
But that I feel like there is an agenda behind that.
well, especially with Congress and the recent UFO stuff, that they're like, yeah, this stuff is real.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dudes, y'all didn't read the news. You haven't heard this. You can't give this man the shadow of the doubt, even though that his story, they did say, oh, well, his story has been consistent over the years. Yeah, truth usually is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is one of the ways that somebody, if they've made something up, at some point, especially over 50 years, they're going to slip up.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that with the truth.
No.
But yeah, I was very disappointed on how they did that. And to see this on this Wikipedia page, but we have, over the past several days and weeks, so many people being slandered. Just flat out slandered. Not just Travis Walton, some of these people that's in politics and stuff like that, and the propaganda, and it's just incredible to sit and watch. But if you pay attention, there are people that are out there telling the truth. You have to dig for it a little bit. Not that hard.
Yeah.
But for somebody to sit there and go, let me tell you the real story. And this is something that is also happening. The truth is being unveiled.
It is. It absolutely is.
So it just, like I said, that it bothered me. And here I had sat on this story for several days from Daily Mail because it bothered me too. And this was November the 17th of 2024 from Tom Leonard. And that there was a lady, it was another abduction story. And it happened in 1989. And there was a lady named Linda Napolitano. I think so. It's always these names that I'm going to butcher. I mean, it's not intentional. This woman, this is incredible. It says that she woke up in her New York apartment to find that she, her husband, and their two young sons were not alone, that three gray-skinned bipeds with large heads and huge black eyes were standing at the foot of her bed. That's typical. Mm-hmm. That is fucking typical. And it has been going on for many, many years.
There's been many cases of it. It's always been consistent with the descriptions.
Yeah. Of whatever these things are. Anyhow, she was abducted out of this apartment building. But the thing is, there were people who saw her. It says no fewer than 23 people claimed that they had seen her in her white nightgown float towards a UFO as it hovered over the Brooklyn Bridge.
That's 20 people, over 20 people saw it. That's many eyewitness accounts.
Right.
So what are they saying? They're still saying that's a hoax, even though
Netflix, who is known for doing a lot of hit pieces, especially since the Obamas got involved in it.
Yeah. They're
discrediting and discounting this woman. She's suing their asses.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I'm surprised Netflix is still up and running.
I think the only reason that Netflix is still a thing, and this is what happened with us, because the only thing that we had watched was where we were doing the Stranger Things binge.
Mm-hmm.
Because any other thing that we tried to watch either had some kind of perversion to it. It was just stupid. And it's like, I'm not paying money to watch stupid. I can watch stupid for free on the internet any day.
Right. It's just not worth it. And they take the good stuff off.
Right. And this inversion of everything.
And then it's like, if you get one subscription, you have to get another subscription to watch it on that already previous subscription.
Yeah, it's like, no.
No joke. People are already getting burnt out of it. Mm-hmm. And so it's starting to... physical media is starting to become a thing again.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are not happy not being able to own something.
Right. Right. But for them to do something, I will put a link to the article and you go through here, and it ends up being almost like some kind of soap opera type bullshit. I don't care whether she had some kind of beef with this lady over whatever. That had nothing to do with the 23 people that saw this woman floating in the sky.
Yeah, literally. You cannot disprove that many eyewitness accounts. You cannot say that it's a hoax when you got over 20 people who saw her levitate to a UFO.
And the thing is, where they're calling her, basically they're calling her a liar, just like they were calling Travis Walton a liar. I think sometimes these people need, even the word allegedly does not cover everything.
No.
And so these people that had these experiences being re-traumatized for what? For views? For clicks?
I don't know. The forces of darkness are trying to fight.
Right.
They're trying to fight the truth and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like I said, I saw Travis Walton on the Joe Rogan thing. I had heard him speak and it's like, to listen to these things, and it's not like, my God, I can make mistakes just like anybody else as far as believing someone. Nobody is that good of a liar. And as far as I know, Travis never worked for an alphabet agency. Those are the only ones that are the trained ones.
Mm-hmm.
So,
it's fucked up.
It is. For this man, for 50 fucking years, he was 22 years old, I think, when the incident happened. And that he supposedly concocted this with these other people, and they're like, oh, well, he was able to control the, as far as the lie detector and stuff like that. No, because he's not a psychopath.
Yeah.
Those are about the only ones that can pass the lie detector. Lie detectors, all they do as far as blood pressure and breathing and stuff like that. Anybody, when they're being scrutinized, guess what? They're going to show a panic response.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's just a natural response.
Sure.
Because anybody that is getting scrutinized, that has anything,
right,
it's a whole experience. It's a whole visceral, emotional experience.
Plus, this man to have to go through all this shit after he had already been through the trauma.
Mm-hmm. It's like, And
then to call in question that his family was helping him lie. Oh, yeah. It was right there on that Slap Town Ministry thing. And I really am. I'm going to go. It's like, Callum, y'all need to go back there and you really need to look at this.
Yeah. Somebody needs to call it out. I'm surprised other people have not.
Well, they didn't. When I was, now they may have since I was on there, and am I willing to be that one? Yeah, I don't care. I used to be paid to be cussed, so it makes no. I don't give a shit.
Well, guess what?
On the internet.
It only takes but one person to make the difference, to make other people be like, you know what? This is bullshit video. Mm-hmm. This is a bullshit thing. What? Yeah, you need to fix these facts. You need to fix these. These aren't facts.
The thing is, I figure if I call them out on X, that would be better than if I called them out on YouTube.
It would be more likely seen on X. So.
And the thing is, it's like, because I do follow Callum or whatever it is as far as Slap Tam. He doesn't post, actually he does post quite often, and he's always pleasant. There's not a whole lot of traffic and stuff on some of that. I don't know why. But to sit there and go, in what way are you affiliated with Slaptown Ministries? God, Mysteries.
That's fun.
Because I don't want to blast him, because he may have nothing to do with it. This may have some company or whatever to sit there and go, there was an issue with the latest, with the story about Travis Walton. Mm-hmm. I would like to address some issues, some concerns I had.
Yeah.
Because I can be tactful in written word. It's harder when I try to speak it.
You can be tactful at point. At
times. It strains me.
It does. But that's okay.
For these people that have, is this a passion of mine? Yes, it is. Because I fucking well know what it's like to have paranormal and supernatural experiences and not be believed. So do I take it personally? Yes. Are there charlatans out there? Yes. Do I believe that Travis Walton is one of them? No, I don't.
There's too much evidence to prove
I have seen too many people have a PTSD response to something, and I saw it on his face when he was talking to Joe Rogan.
I mean, shit like that normal people just cannot pull that out of their ass.
Same thing with poor little Bob Lazar.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of whatever his name is, Jeremy Corbin, whatever the hell his name is. He's an ass. He's an ass.
Speak it, Mom. Tell us how you really feel.
He's a narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
And I really did not, I don't think that when he interviewed and made the movie about Bob Lazar, he made it all about him. They might have well called it the Jeremy movie. Bob Lazar just happened to be there.
Yeah.
And that Bob Lazar, God love him, he's another one that has suffered, and he said if he knew what would happen to him in his life, that he never would have said anything.
I mean, he didn't want the shit to happen.
No.
What happened to him?
No. The reason he went public with it is because he knew that he had less of a chance of being offed if he went public with it.
Mm-hmm.
So what did they do? It was character assassination.
Yeah. Yeah, they're trying to disprove him so that he maybe goes out of the public eye, so then they could. Mm-hmm. That's not going to... He knows them better. He ain't going to allow that to happen.
With Slaptown Mysteries, it was like, oh, well, Travis Walton, and he's made money off of this and stuff. And just a few sentences, whoever wrote this, they didn't read what they were writing. They had said that the man had stated that there were so many things that he wanted to do in his life, but because he had this event happen, that it took that from him. Okay, what else was he supposed to do?
Right.
He is one of the most well-known abductees.
Mm-hmm.
So what if he wrote a book, or he made he's got to be able to financially support himself somehow.
Right. I mean, the dude cannot really get a normal job.
Right.
So...
But it pissed me off.
He's an unwilling celebrity.
Yes. Yes, he is. That is a wonderful term for that. That's exactly what it was. He didn't ask for that to happen to him.
Mm-hmm.
Neither did a lot of these other people. And because of how things like this are portrayed, this is why so many people refuse to speak up about what has happened to them. They don't want to go through it.
And also, Hollywood always embellishes shit. And with his story, now I think it would have been more believable if they had portrayed it accurately to what he said. It did not look like a scene out of like a Geiger painting.
Right.
It was sterile. It was hospital-like.
Well, in other interviews and stuff, he said that he thinks what happened was when he got too close to the craft, that it sort of electrocuted him. And that he was in whatever kind of setting because that they were trying to heal him. I mean, and then he wakes up, he sees the grays or whatever the hell it was, freaks out. Who wouldn't?
Right.
I mean, here you are, you don't know where the hell you are, you've got these things looking at you that are not human, So, yeah, he was tearing shit up. He was trying to get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And to go through all that. But he has said that since over the years, and this man's had to be in therapy for years.
Yeah. I mean, this shit has traumatized him over and over and
Yeah.
over again.
Yeah. And each and every time that he's put under all this scrutiny and stuff, it's the same thing. It's just one more turn of the knife.
Mm-hmm.
And for this woman, for Netflix to, like I said, even in the article about whoever, they made it some kind of soap opera instead of saying, my God, this woman was witnessed floating by at least 23 people.
You cannot discredit that amount of eyewitnesses.
Mm-mm.
Especially since they had no connection to her prior.
Mm-mm.
They're just strangers.
Yeah.
NPCs.
Yeah. And it's
I
like,
got shoved into a story.
all these things that people are seeing, and that they have the cell phones and stuff now to be able to upload before the Men in Black or anybody else can come to their house.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got the spin doctors that they automatically start going through there. And we know this. There are people that are paid to be disinformation agents. My
Yeah.
God, what a world we're living in.
Yeah, literally, people being paid to lie.
Yeah. Yeah. There was how many on the recent political thing that was like, oh yeah, they tried to. That is one thing about some of those Gen Z TikTokers and stuff like that. That one young man, he threw a fit. He's like, do not bring this shit to me. He was a gamer or something like that. But because that somebody had approached him to be, to speak for somebody. Mm-hmm. So it was, what a time we're living in.
There's a bunch of TikTokers that got shown to be paid.
Yeah,
paid people.
To influence.
Mm-hmm. By the government.
Oh, and then you've got the bot accounts. What did you call them that we've been watching on YouTube, that I end up watching on YouTube?
Oh, yeah. It's it's AI videos, but like it's content farms. It's slop content.
We're not AI. We're not AI.
It's slop content.
Yeah.
That's what that shit is.
It's like the shovelware.
Yeah. Although, I keep bringing her up. Xylee was making a video called Slop Tuck Content about slop content. Mm-hmm. And she considers her live streams slop content. And
She's just authentic.
This stuff has really, talking about how this stuff has really invaded YouTube.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, some of the creators, because there has been controversy, well, if you pick people that have some morality and some virtue, maybe if they screened their content creators a little bit better, I don't know. It's weird. It's just a weird period of time that we're in.
It really is.
We're not AI. God, can you imagine an AI version of us? What would that be like?
I don't think that it would quite accurately get our personalities. Because we are, I'm just going to say it like it is, we are overly complex people wanting to be podlings.
We're spicy.
Like, we try to live simply, but our minds are way too complex.
Yeah. Yeah. So you think that we'd blow a couple of circuits on there?
I'm pretty sure we would pop a few fuses or something like that.
Maybe we are the weapons against the AI. It's the neurospicy.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
We'll break the algorithms.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, but please pray for Travis Walton and some of these people. Like I said, it ain't right. And not just him. Any of these people that have had the experiences.
I'm going to say it. This is alleged. Before I say this, it's alleged. The Obamas are evil. They are disinformation entirely. They have a whole fucking thing planned.
Everybody knows
They're lizard
that.
people that eat children. Allegedly.
I've heard that. There's a lot of things that were the allegedly that's being brought to light. It's not just little podling peoples like us. There's some of the big peoples that's noticing this stuff.
People, I had to get off of TikTok, and I've not been on TikTok for 2 days
A day.
now. 2 days now.
No. Is it two? I think it's just a day. But anyhow, it just seemed longer to you.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I think it was 2 days.
Okay.
But, what was I saying again?
I don't know about lizard people.
Oh, yeah. People are really, like, looking at celebrities and be like, did that just happen?
Yeah.
Did I see what I just saw?
Yeah.
Like, eyes shifting, and then people, when Kim Kardashian, that really set a bunch of people off on TikTok when Kim Kardashian dressed as the lizard person.
Well, and Cat Williams and what's the other lady's name?
Jaguar Wright. Everybody has been listening to them.
Yeah. And they're reaching a group of people that really don't normally think about some of these things. Mm-mm. And they're like, oh, shit. As Alex Jones was right. Yes. Yes. So just be in prayer for some of these people. Everybody. Be in prayer for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm working on the emails. I am working on them. I have made some progress.
What happened with the emails?
As far as where I got so far behind. It's not just me. I heard somebody else. I think it was AJ from the Y-Files that he was talking about that his gets ahead of him too. So, it just happens.
It does happen. I mean,
but I have been working on it today. I really have.
Yeah.
So, and it's like if you had emailed me and a month or more ago, I am sorry. I got behind. I will eventually, I will be diligent. I am going to be diligent on this. So if you have not received a response, I apologize. I just went through a period of time. I was just overwhelmed. That's just truth. It happens.
Listen, this has been a rough... We thought last year was rough. Damn, this has been a rough year.
Oh, hell, that's just like...
It's been a rough 4 years.
I mean, that's just like talking to husband and him explaining that he was ordering 2 bars of soap a week. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, and
why in the hell would you be ordering 8 bars of soap a month? And it's like... And then in just seconds... He's like, I didn't say that.
Yeah, and then he's trying to say something else as far as... It's like, I'm literally doing the math for him. It's like, okay, 2 times 4 is 8.
Yeah, and he wasn't able to process it. He was not able to process it.
Yeah.
And this was a man at one point that he could do calculations since his head quicker than I could on a calculator.
Something's going on with his... mental state as far we don't know if he's switching or if his brain is fried.
We don't know if he's not in there doing some kind of drugs. We don't know.
Can you all please pray for him?
Yeah, his name's Michael. Just like the archangel.
Yeah.
So it's hard. It is hard. So you want to tell them where we can be found?
We can be found on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Werlanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, at Werlanda COCWS. She posts really cool shit on there. Go fucking check her out.
I'm more vocal some days than others.
I'm there for the big feet. I'm there for the big feet, the AI images, and the weirdness, the memes.
Yeah.
I'm there for the memes.
Well,
and the knowledge. There is knowledge there.
There's some guys as far as the Appalachian movement, and it just, please pray for those folks in North Carolina. Please, because it's hard. God, that's hard. We don't, because we're trying to lift people up, not bring them down. That's the reason we don't talk on that, because there's so many other people. But we can certainly ask for prayer.
Mm-hmm.
So treat other people the way that you would like to be treated. Know that you are loved.
Yes.
You have purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Ask what your purpose is.
Also, that Bible that got stuck to the tree stump on what page was it?
It was in Revelations.
On Revelations.
Yeah.
It's now encased in an acrylic box.
Yeah. Yeah. It's incredible because let me tell you something. This is one of those things that's part of our culture. It is truly part of our culture.
Mm-hmm.
And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.